Hello everyone, this is Easy Natural English with Liam, and today I want to talk to you a bit about grammar. Oh no, grammar. Well, actually, hopefully this will be some good news for you, because the main question I want to answer today is grammar important? Or kind of, do you need to learn grammar? So I'm going to first say yes and no. So yes, but maybe not the way you think. So I hear some people say grammar doesn't matter. You can just speak with no grammar. And this, of course, is not true. When I'm speaking to you now, if I don't use correct grammar, then what I'm saying won't make any sense. If I don't choose the correct time for my sentences, the right tense, if I'm talking to you now and using past tense instead of present tense, it doesn't make any sense. So of course, grammar is important for communication. Sometimes people think that if they just say lots of words, people will understand their point. Sometimes that works, especially if it's very basic things. If I just say, if I walk into a restaurant and say hamburger, then people know I want to eat a hamburger because of the context, the situation. But if I just turn to you now and say hamburger, what? You want to eat a hamburger? You like hamburgers? You ate a hamburger yesterday? You're going to eat a hamburger tomorrow? You've never eaten a hamburger before? You can't express these ideas without using grammar. So can we talk without grammar? No, it's impossible. Grammar is a part of language. But do we need to study grammar? Yes, but maybe not as much as many students do. So this is something I've said in other episodes before. I think many students spend too much time studying grammar and not really just engaging with English or, really using English. So what I mean is, if you use a grammar textbook or if you read about grammar on the internet, it will give you an idea of the set of rules that work in English. But if you don't listen to English like this podcast or a movie or TV shows or anything else, or if you don't read English like novels or comics or websites or anything, then you're always learning about English instead of really learning English. You see, there's a difference, learning about English and learning English. So learning English means really getting English to stick in your mind, and for it to be a language that you can really use, you need to interact with real English. So personally, I think a good approach to studying any language, so for you studying English, if you're a beginner, then go through some kind of grammar guide just to begin with. Something that covers all of the basics, that will give you a good foundation to start understanding English. I do think it's possible to skip that part, but if you do that at the beginning, it will make your learning faster. So get a good foundation, like a good skeleton, like you're building a house. When you're building a house, if you just start putting bricks, it's going to fall down. So if you get that good foundation at the bottom, and then from that point, start trying to watch things, listen to things, read things in English. So things that are a bit easier. So for example, like my videos, my podcast, or other channels like this, or reading easier books or comics, or on the internet, there's easy websites for easy version of the news, watching movies like Disney movies or something a bit easier. And then when you're engaging with that real English content, so real English, then when you're listening or reading and you find a point that you can't understand because they're using some vocabulary you don't know, or they're using a grammar point that you don't know, then check what that grammar point means. So you can check in a book, you can check on the internet. The internet's so big, there's so many people using the internet that you can probably find an answer to all those questions, check what that thing means, and then go back to your content. And now you'll be able to understand that movie or that TV show, and you'll be able to continue with it. And then next time that grammar comes up, it will help it stick in your mind. And then you'll really be able to use that grammar when you're speaking. Because I've been teaching English for a long time. And when I talk to students who are always just reading textbooks and always studying with grammar rules, those students cannot speak smoothly, they cannot speak quickly, and they're always kind of translating things from their own language and putting it into kind of unnatural English that might even be grammatically correct, but it's not quite right. But the students who are learning through input, through TV shows and movies and videos and everything else, and just checking things as they go, those students have much smoother English, better pronunciation, more natural expression. They can understand me better, and the whole conversation will just flow better with that student. So yeah, to summarize, do we need to know grammar to speak a language? Yes, we need to know grammar, because otherwise it's just words that don't make sense. But do we need to study grammar? Maybe a little bit to speed it up. But you definitely need to know grammar. Otherwise, everything we say is just nonsense. So yes, we do need grammar, but don't worry too much about learning grammar. It's very boring. Personally, I think it's boring to always just be going through a book. So when I study Japanese, I just look for points I don't understand. So I read novels, read fun things, watch fun things, or listen to fun things. And when I find a point I don't understand, I just check that thing, look at a few examples, and then go back and look for more examples while I'm kind of enjoying my studies. So important thing, as always, just have fun. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you all very much for listening today. If you're here for the first time on YouTube, then don't forget to subscribe. Also like and comment. If you're listening to the podcast, please follow and review. If you'd like to hear extra bonus podcast episodes, then check my Patreon. There is a link in the description of the video, and also on the description of the podcast episodes as well. And I just put an episode on there about being stopped by the police here in Japan. So if you want to hear about that, then go and check it out. Thank you all very much. See you next time.